What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. Today, I wanted to talk about silver jewelry, or I guess you can say gold jewelry as well. Jewelry is jewelry, and precious metals are precious metals. But I wanted to talk about whether or not they are worth stacking, at least in my opinion. We're going to be answering a subscriber's question related to that, along with a list of other questions. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos, subscribe to my second channel for weekly videos, get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. Come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club for giveaways, live streams, deal alerts, and a whole lot more. I actually have a giveaway going on right now, and you only have until midnight tonight if you want to get entered. All you have to do is just simply become a VIP Club member. Come and join us in the VIP Club, and you have a chance of winning a prize. And of course, make sure to go and get your 6 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. Refer one friend to the app by the end of the month until midnight tonight, and they're going to give you 10 free random stocks. Refer 3 friends by the end of the month or until midnight tonight, and they're going to give you all the way up to 15 free shares of Apple. Everything will be linked in the description. So today is the 31st. That sounds weird to talk about because it's actually the 18th as I'm filming this video, almost 2 weeks in advance. Taking a 10-day vacation from the internet, so I pre-recorded a whole bunch of videos in advance. But I wanted to talk about a couple of different things today because this video is going to be coming out on a Sunday, so it's going to be time for the Sunday Q&A. So without wasting any time, we're just going to dive right into these questions. But of course, if you have any questions for me, if you want to be featured in a future Q&A video, head on down to the comments and ask away. And if you want to extend on any of the answers that I give throughout this video, you're more than welcome to do so down in the comments. So the first question we have here is coming from Alvin. And the question is, what is the best junk silver to be stacking at these times? Good question. Thanks for asking. I would say right now the best constitutional silver to be stacking would be whatever you can get your hands on for the lowest possible premium. I know technically when we're talking about constitutional or 90% or junk silver, peace dollars and Morgan dollars end up in the conversation. And don't get me wrong, those are fantastic pieces of silver to be stacking. Unfortunately, due to the numismatic value, they carry higher premiums. Unfortunately, they are, I would say, more collectible than quarters, dimes, or half dollars. So when it comes to the quarters, dimes, and half dollars, I wouldn't say that there's really any that are better or worse than the others. I mean, these right here, you can see we have some half dollars, we have some quarters, and we have some dimes. These right here, I don't think anything is better or worse than the other one. I mean, if you get 3 half dollars, 3 of these, 14 silver dimes, or 6 silver quarters, either way you go, it's about a troy ounce. Unfortunately, nowadays, it seems like half dollars carry a little bit higher of a premium than quarters or dimes. Then again, it really comes down to what half dollar, quarter, or dime you're looking at. I mean, if you're going to go for a Walking Liberty, it's probably going to carry a little bit higher of a premium. Kennedy half dollars, a little bit more common, a little bit more popular, so they might have lower premiums over there. You might have more luck. But I would say quarters and dimes are probably the best way to go if you want to stack them for weight, especially the Washington quarters or the Roosevelt dimes, because you can always go after the Standing Liberty quarters or the Mercury dimes, but again, then you're going to have to worry about slightly higher premiums. I go after Washington quarters. They're the most popular, and at my local coin shop, I can get the best bang for my buck. About the same price as Roosevelt dimes, but not nearly as many Roosevelt dimes in the shop as Washington quarters. So whenever I stop by to show my support and hashtag support your LCS, t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, and coffee mugs in the DYDSS store, of course, link in the description, I always make sure to pick up a handful of Washington quarters. That's just me. That's where I can get the best bang for my buck. And if you are stacking silver for weight, I would assume that you're probably trying to get the best bang for your buck as well. And if that's the case, I think that might end up being the answer to the question. Next question we have here is coming from Simon, and the question is, what prepping supplies would you recommend that we get for the future? Good question. Thanks for asking. I would say right now, aside from the obvious, aside from food prepping and having the tools and equipment that you might need and having the bug out bags and all of the essentials, all of the obvious ones that we talk about on a regular basis, on top of that, I've always said that there are 4 fantastic types of products that you can get your hands on. I'm not going to be listing off brands. I'm not going to be listing off anything specific. I'm just going to run through pretty much essentially what they are, because I've talked about these over and over and over for the last couple of years. The first one would be a water purification unit. There is a massive difference between a water filter and a water purifier. I would say get yourself a way of purifying water. Make it as clean as possible. That way, it's not just tap water you're working with, but you can purify rainwater, you can purify river water, it doesn't matter. You can purify the water. Like I said, big difference between purification and filtration. So I would definitely get yourself a water purification unit. Without water, there is no life. So make sure you have a way of purifying water. The next thing I would recommend is a portable power station. The one that I use is a 500 watt power station. It's not, I wouldn't call it a full-blown generator. I would just call it a massive battery pack where you can charge up almost anything. It's a 500 watt unit. It lasts an incredibly long time. You know, I'm not plugging refrigerators into it. I'm mainly using it for work. I use it on a daily basis. I don't really use it for emergencies, although if I had to face an emergency, I'm a whole lot better off with this than without it. But me personally, I use it to charge up my laptop, I use it to charge up my camera, I use it to keep my live streams going when I'm streaming in the VIP club. I use this thing on a regular basis. I use it on a pretty much a daily basis, and I keep it at a full charge. I top it off and I make sure I keep it as close to 100% as possible at all times, because in the event where the power goes out, I mean, let's face it, I need the internet to do my job. And not only that, if the power goes out, you're going to need power. So rather than sitting around in the dark, get yourself either a generator or a portable power station. Next thing on the list would be a food dehydrator. And this one's pretty simple, and that's because I dehydrate fruits and vegetables just simply to make them last longer. I don't really do it for long-term food storage, although it does come in handy for that. I do have some dried out fruits and vegetables packed away in bags and mason jars and whatnot. But the main reason I do this is to just kind of save money in the short term, because if you go to the store and you buy fruits and vegetables, let's be honest, most of us end up throwing them away because we don't get to them in time, because they go bad after like a week of sitting there on the counter, or even a week and a half sitting there in the fridge. So rather than throwing away fruits and vegetables, which I see as throwing away money because I spent my money on the fruits and vegetables, so rather than doing that, I dehydrate the fruits and the vegetables. It removes close to 95% of the moisture inside, and if you put them in airtight storage, if you vacuum seal them, you're removing the oxygen from the outside and you're removing the water from the inside, which are the two components that make these fruits and vegetables go bad in the first place. So if you dehydrate them and store them right, not only will they last more than a week or two, but they'll last weeks, months, maybe even years, potentially even decades, depending on how you store them. So I would definitely recommend a food dehydrator. And then the last thing I would recommend is a portable campfire or cooking stove. The one that I use is about the size of a paint can. It's not anything extreme. It's not anything extravagant. In fact, it's pretty cool that I could just kind of fit it inside of a backpack if I needed to. And this is good because in the event of a bug out situation, or even if I'm going camping, or even if I'm just kicking back in the backyard with some friends or my cousin or something like that, You can have a mini fire going. But it's cool because it doubles as a camp stove, a portable camp stove. So it's important for warmth in an emergency. It's important for cooking in an emergency. And it's good to have just for kickbacks in the backyard. But it's really important to have access to a way of cooking food or boiling water in the event of an emergency. As you can tell from the last couple of products that I just listed off, prepping supplies are pretty much camping supplies, if you think about it. And obviously the list doesn't end there, but those are the 4 main products that I've been talking about for I don't even know how many years at this point. I've been using all of these products for 2, 3, maybe even 4 years at this point. They're very, very important to have, and those are definitely the prepping supplies that I would recommend. Next question we have here is coming from Theodore, and the question is, what is your next piece of gold going to be? You've been talking about saving up for gold. What are you looking to get? Good question. Thanks for asking. Unfortunately, I don't know if I have an exact answer just yet because I don't even know exactly what my next piece of gold is going to be. I have a pretty good idea, but I don't know for sure. The short answer is that it's more than likely going to be a 1-ounce gold buffalo. It's something that I've been wanting since 2018. I remember back in the day, I say this like it was so long ago, but I remember back in 2018, I was actually in college, and sometimes just for time management, I would actually film some of my videos on campus. And I remember being in college at the time and really wanting to get my hands on a gold buffalo coin. And at the time, I was considering doing it as almost like a way of celebrating graduating. But I ended up not doing it. I thought it made more sense to go for fractional gold at the time. And still, to this day, I think fractional gold makes more sense because it's a little bit more practical. It's easier to work with. Yeah, you're paying a little bit higher premiums, but the way I saw it at the time was those higher premiums were in a weird way almost like a security expense. Not a security feature, but a security expense. Because at the time, I was thinking to myself, I was like, well, if I order this gold online and God forbid something goes wrong, it gets lost in the mail, it gets stolen, something happens, and I have to go through this whole process to get the package tracked down or to get something replaced, or if something goes wrong and I end up getting screwed over, it would break my heart a whole lot less having a 10th ounce gold coin get lost in the mail than a 1-ounce gold coin get lost in the mail. And not only that, if I needed to part ways with some gold in exchange for cash just somewhere down the road, I would want the ability to fork over a 10th ounce or a 1/4 ounce gold coin rather than having to fork over an entire 1-ounce gold coin when I might not need $2,000. So in my mind at the time, it made far more sense to just stick to fractional gold and deal with the higher premiums. Nowadays, I kind of realized that even though all of those things are true, and I still believe all of the things that I believed back then, I'm realizing now that if I need to cash out, or if I need to sell something, or if I'm in a situation where I need some cash and I just want to convert some metals into some currency, I might not need fractional gold to do that. Because you want to know what works the same as fractional gold? A normal piece of silver. What's the difference between a 10th ounce gold coin and a 10-ounce silver bar? I'm stacking the silver bars for the same reason. I'm stacking both metals. So it might actually make more sense. That was just my logic at the time. I was like, I'm going to stick to fractional gold because if I need to part ways with some of it, I can do so without having to break a large piece of gold. Well, what if I just stick to a larger piece of gold and sell a little piece of silver instead? If it does the same thing. I always viewed silver as a way of making smaller transactions and gold as a way of making larger transactions. So why would I stick to smaller pieces of gold for smaller transactions when that's what I'm sticking to silver for in the first place? It makes more sense to me to just go after a larger piece of gold at this point. So I'm saving up right now. I said before the short answer was a 1-ounce gold buffalo, more than likely. The longer answer is I'm saving up enough currency on the side so that I have the option to get a 1 ounce gold buffalo. I don't know if that's what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll end up getting 2 half-ounce gold coins instead. I don't have any half-ounce gold coins, so that's an option right there. Who knows? I'll cross that bridge when I get there, but at the moment, I think it's more than likely going to be a 1 ounce gold buffalo, something that I've been wanting since 2018, my first full year of stacking when I was in college making videos on campus, Wealth 101 videos. I've been wanting one since 2018 and I still don't have one, so I think I need to turn that dream into a reality. Next question we have here is coming from Mykie DYDSS 2, which by the way is my backup channel. We got a question before about prepping. Prepping really comes down to having a backup source of, different things, and there's a reason I have a backup channel. It's in case something happens at this channel. So please go subscribe to my second channel. It's my backup channel for a reason. It's just in case. But the question is, when does the VIP Club giveaway end? Good question. Thanks for asking. The VIP Club giveaway actually ends tonight at midnight. So by the time this video comes out, I believe you should have 7 hours left to go. So it's really time sensitive. If you want to be entered into the giveaway, you don't have to do anything specific. All you have to do is join the VIP Club, which by the way, sure, you only have a chance of being the giveaway winner, but you're also guaranteed a whole bunch of other stuff. I post every single one of my videos early and commercial free. I post exclusive weekly vlogs every Saturday morning. I do, obviously, these giveaways every single month. I post silver and gold deal alerts on a nearly daily basis. I live stream multiple times a week, every week. And there are a ton of other perks as well, which I'm not even mentioning. But the giveaway that I have going on right now, all you have to do is just simply be a VIP Club member. All of the other perks are guaranteed. The giveaway is just kind of like a random name gets drawn from a hat. And if you win, you win. I'll get in contact with you and I'll send you a prize. VIP Club link in the description. Time is running out. Join before midnight if you want to get entered. And by the way, speaking of time-sensitive things that are going on, let me just issue a friendly reminder to also go and get your 6 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. This promo also ends at midnight. Normally it's 2, but they have 6 that they're offering you right now. And if you refer a friend by the end of the month, aka before midnight, they're going to give you 10 free random stocks for the referral. And if you refer 3 friends to the app by midnight tonight, they're going to give you all the way up to 15 free shares of Apple. Don't pass up on an opportunity. Webull link in the description. Time is running out. If you don't want the stocks, go and get them anyway. They're free. Then just sell them. Congratulations. Now you have the cash to go and get you some silver or some gold if that's what you want. Webull link in the description. VIP Club link in the description. Next question we have here is actually the last question of the night, and it's coming from Dave. And the question is gold or silver jewelry worth stacking? If so, should we be buying it? Good question. Thanks for asking. Right off the bat, if you're stacking for long-term wealth preservation purposes, and for the most part you're focusing on the weight of the silver, you're trying to get as much physical silver or gold content in your possession as you can possibly get your hands on, right off the bat, I don't think it's necessarily worth stacking jewelry, that is, if you're paying a high premium for it. Because let's not forget, high premiums come with jewelry typically. If you can get it pretty cheap, if you can get it at a pawn shop or an antique shop or something like that for a low premium or relatively close to spot, sure, absolutely, silver is silver and gold is gold. If you're into higher premium or collectible pieces, I would assume jewelry is a fantastic way to go in general. But if you're looking for the weight, there's a lot of craftsmanship that comes along with jewelry. It takes a lot more time, energy, and effort to make. So you're paying for that as well. You're not just paying for the metal content, you're paying for the work of art that went along with it. So it's kind of like 2 birds with 1 stone. And the cool thing about jewelry is it should, in theory, hold its premium. And when it comes to jewelry, it's not really referred to as a premium, but from a stacking perspective, that's just how I look at it. Jewelry can be a fantastic way to go, though. Maybe not necessarily for getting silver for a cheap premium, because, good luck finding it for a low premium. But the cool thing about jewelry is that it's a form of wearable wealth. You see, when you're traveling, especially by plane, you can only really travel with a certain amount in, coins, rounds, and bars, but an unlimited amount when it comes to jewelry, chains, necklaces, watches, rings. The list goes on. And I wanted to insert a clip right here from a VIP Club vlog that I posted a few weeks back. Shout out and thank you to JT for sending this my way. I'm going to put the clip right here. I actually got my very first silver ring. Check it out. Look at that. Look at that right there. I know it's blurry. Hang on. I'll take it out in a moment. Let's see. 1787 Delaware 90% silver proof quarter turned into a ring. Look at this right here. Check this out. Man, look at that. That's friggin' awesome. Look at that. 1787 Delaware 90% silver proof quarter. Look at that on the inside right there. This is awesome. JT, appreciate it more than you know. This is unbelievable. Look at that right there. You can see the reeds. This is awesome. This is really cool. Not only that, but this ring is gonna make me just a little bit more Italian. There we go. There we go. Finally got a pinky ring. It's official. My first pinky ring. So that right there was sent in to me by JT. Again, go to jtcoinrings.com if you want to get yourself some wearable wealth for a pretty good price. And not only that, you'd be supporting a small business simultaneously. So it's like multiple birds with one stone. It's fantastic. You can get yourself some silver, and not only is it silver, but it's wearable wealth. And not only that, it's awesome looking. JT does a fantastic job making these coin rings. And on top of that, you'd be supporting a small business. He's doing this at home. It's a home-based business. You gotta support that. So thank you, JT, for sending this my way. Really appreciate it. It came out fantastic. And I actually wear the pinky ring pretty all the time now. I've never been much of a jewelry guy, but I'll make an exception for this right here. Number one, because you sent it to me, and I really appreciate that. Two, it's made out of silver, so it means something to me. And three, makes me even more Italian. Once again, jtcoinrings.com. Thank you, JT, for sending this my way. That's going to pretty much wrap up this week's Q&A video. Again, if you have any questions for me, head on down to the comments and ask away. If you want to extend on any of the answers that I gave throughout the course of the video, you're more than welcome to do so down in the comments. If you guys like today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Go and get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel in the biggest possible way. Got t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, coffee mugs, and a bunch of different designs. A lot of the products are helping us raise some funds and awareness for different charity organizations, by the way. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. Come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club, which is where I do giveaways every single month. Remember, the one that I have going on right now ends at midnight, so join before then if you want to get entered. Live streams multiple times a week, deal alerts on silver and gold almost every single day. You can watch all of my videos early and commercial free, and every Saturday morning I post a brand new vlog, and there are a ton of other perks as well. VIP Club link in the description. I guarantee you the value exceeds the cost. And of course, last but certainly not least, Make sure to go and get your 6 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. Normally it's 2, but they bumped it up to 6 until midnight tonight, so capitalize on that while you can. If you refer one friend to the app by midnight tonight, Webull's going to give you 10 free random stocks for the referral. It's part of their advertising budget. Rather than wasting currency on billboards and TV commercials, they reward their users for helping them build their app with them. And of course, if you refer 3 friends by midnight tonight, not only are you going to get 30 free random stocks, 10 each, but you're also going to get a spin on the Webull wheel, which guarantees you at least 1 free share of Apple, with the opportunity of winning all the way up to 15 free shares of Apple, or somewhere in between 1 and 15. You have until midnight tonight, so don't pass up on an opportunity. Webull link in the description. Time is running out. If you don't want the stocks, go and get them anyway. They're free. Then just sell them. Congratulations. Now you have the cash to go and get you some silver or maybe some gold, if that's what you want. Webull link in the description. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know, once again, what are your thoughts on everything shared in today's video? Some of the answers that I gave to some of the questions that I received. What would some of your answers be? What do you think is the best junk silver to be stacking right now? What prepping supplies would you recommend having? What is your next piece of gold going to be, or next piece of silver going to be? Have you entered the giveaway yet just by simply becoming a VIP club member? And do you think jewelry is worth stacking? Maybe not a majority of your stack, but do you think it makes sense to stack a little bit of jewelry along the side if you can get it for a good price? And last time I'll say it, go to jtcoinrings.com if you want to get yourself some wearable wealth and support a small business. And not only that, if you have any questions for me and if you want to be featured in the next Q&A video, head on down to the comments and ask away anything that makes sense for the channel, anything about silver, gold, personal finance, prepping. Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you tomorrow. Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.